From how tariffs were on, then off again, to why a US national Bitcoin fund left investors unimpressed, this is the week in numbers. Just over 10% was the decline for the Nasdaq since its mid-December high by Thursday, officially putting the index in correction territory. US stocks were hit again this week as the Trump administration imposed tariffs on Mexico and Canada, only to then delay many of them. Portfolio manager Brian Mulberry at Zacks Investments says the uncertainty over policy has investors rattled.
Really what you're seeing, I think, is the market reacting negatively to a lot of volatility in terms of policy outcomes. So not that we're in a bad place right now economically, it's just the range of outcomes in the short term is starting to widen to a point where investors are uncomfortable, and we're starting to see a decidedly risk-off trade in markets today.
$22.8 billion is how much a BlackRock-led group is paying to acquire Panama Canal ports and some other assets operated by a Hong Kong firm. Those facilities had been cited by Trump as evidence of Chinese control over the waterway, something strongly disputed by Panama. Now, there's hope the deal will ease tensions over the canal, which Trump had vowed to see back under US control.
Hello, Bitcoiners.
Over 5% was the slide for Bitcoin after news that Donald Trump had signed an order creating a US strategic crypto reserve. Investors were disappointed by comments from Washington crypto czar David Sachs, who said the fund wouldn't trade Bitcoin, just hold it. One said that made the reserve little more than a new name for the crypto stash already in government hands. $160 billion was how much the European Commission says Europe should borrow to beef up its defence spending. The proposal comes as the US pulls back from supporting Ukraine and the wider region. European arms firms like Britain's BAE Systems and Germany's Rheinmetall have been among the big winners on stock markets as a result. And 5% or so is once again China's growth target for the year. But this week's meeting of the country's rubber-stamped parliament saw plans to ramp up stimulus spending amid the Trump tariffs. Among the measures announced, Beijing will extend subsidies for EVs and home appliances.